Your latest news update from Western Mass News.
I'm Chris Pisano with a look at your headlines. A number of restaurants in Springfield are the latest recipients of American Rescue Plan funding, and the money will be used to improve the city's outdoor dining scene. Specifically, 17 restaurants will be splitting $2 million in federal funds. Springfield Mayor Dominic Sarno says the funding will help make the city's downtown a more vibrant and foot traffic-filled destination. A Springfield middle school teacher faced the judge accused of indecent assault on a minor. Robert Gale stood before a judge in Springfield District Court Tuesday, charged with assaulting one of his students in a classroom. According to the prosecutor, his alleged victim was a student at STEM Middle Academy in Springfield, where he teaches. Gale is expected to appear again in court on June 27th. And the body of a missing jet skier has been found after a 3-day search. State police identified him as 51-year-old Carlos Lopez of Springfield, seen here in this photo his family shared with Western Mass News. His body was recovered around 1 p.m. Tuesday in the Connecticut River. According to police, Lopez was involved in an accident between the jet ski he was riding and a boat Sunday night about 7. 2 people on the boat were rescued and transported to Bay State Medical Center. The crash remains under investigation.
I'm meteorologist Jana Brown. The check of your forecast. We've got another cool night ahead with temperatures dipping back to the lower 40s by sunrise. May have some haze and smoky skies in the morning and throughout the day on Wednesday. Temperatures getting a bit warmer with highs climbing into the low to mid 80s, and breezes stay light out of the south-southwest at about 5 to possibly 10 miles an hour. Looking almost completely sunny again for yet another day, and Thursday similar, though getting hotter. Highs on Thursday afternoon should hit around 90 degrees, and Friday we could challenge a record high. We're projecting 92. The record to beat is 89. Now Friday afternoon will definitely be hot. We'll see some scattered clouds and possibly a few spotty showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm through Friday night. Scattered showers may linger for Saturday morning. Saturday is looking like more clouds and sunshine with highs near 70 and breezy. We're back to the mid 70s Sunday and around 80 on Monday with more sunshine. But the rest of next week is trending a little bit milder and unsettled with a chance for a few showers.
Stay with Western Mass News on air, online, and on our app throughout the day for breaking news, weather, and exclusive content.